That's a whole nother building area. This is insane. This is crazy.
Hey guys, it's Johnny Fuego here. I'm with the boy DougieeJones,
What's up?
and we're gonna be taking a look at some of our old builds from our Minecraft realm. I think it was like 600 plus days ago, 2024, something like
Yep.
that.
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
Yeah, this was quite a bit of work that we put in, and yeah, this is the. I guess I'll throw in the seed if I can remember what the seed was in the description below. This is the Cherry Grove, for lack of a better term. Just a giant ring around here. Pretty cool map. And the water, this big lake in the middle, and even like this chasm where a waterfall pours into. This is all part of the seed. And couldn't help but not choose this as our spawn point to build. A little cool area too here. This little pondish area. I don't know if I think I might have built. I might have expanded this. This
You
would
did.
probably yeah. This is pretty nice. This is just a giant ring of walls with the cherry grove
You want to
trees
show
living above.
Jarret's
Jarret's
any of
Dojo.
Jarret's?
This is our boy Jarret's first design that he decided to do some weeb stuff here.
Fortunately,
Weeb.
never came around to finish.
I mean, I guess it's kind of finished. I don't know if you wanted to put anything else in here, but I aptly put the sign down here, Weeb Fighting Dojo, and yeah, it was pretty nice from the outside. I guess you wanted to fit the like Cherry Grove Japanese aesthetic, I would assume.
Yeah, yeah. I remember him saying he was doing it because it was a cherry grove.
I guess the other contribution he had, didn't he build like a tunnel? I think he was
Yeah.
just like building the mine stuff or something.
Yeah, I was saying like wait, this little he built like our little enchanting area.
This
I
is,
don't know if you want to
I
show
think
off his
this was like
sign.
one of his many bases he put in.
Dude, he had little Hobbit homes.
He had like
Like I
20
kept calling them.
bases.
Yeah, yeah, because they were all over the place.
Why does he have a chest for pick? What kind of animal puts chest dedicated to tools? Like, how many picks do you
Bro,
think are in this
dude,
chest?
not pick. Okay, sure, pick. Dude, turn
Helmets?
around, turn
He's
around.
got one for
No,
helmets?
I was gonna say no. Turn around. There's a better one. You see that one?
Rods? Why?
Yeah. How much of the build? How much of the material for your build do you
Oh my god. Some of
spawn
them.
in creative?
I'm pretty sure, like, for the most part, like, most of my stuff came from me actually mining. Like, this wouldn't take that long to actually get naturally. So like this is all
Yeah.
natural as
See,
far as I know.
I
But
knew I know most of that house that you built.
if you think I
That
did
was
the baseball stadium not in creative,
like yeah no dude like
the
because like
hours of unemployment I would have to be able to do that is crazy.
well also because like you built all those pretty much when like me and Jarrett were basically done like coming on the server. So at that point I was like yeah even I would be like using creative mode at that point to like build my stuff.
Yeah, at that point, like things were winding down in Minecraft because we had done like we slayed the Minecraft Nether Dragon or whatever Ender Dragon,
Yeah,
and I
but
guess
like
we were just kind of done with the world at that point. So we were just filling
oh
our
man,
time doing creative.
so, yeah. So like first off, I would yeah take like a kind of slow little like fly around. I
This
think
was the
this is
base.
very nice. Yeah,
So I
I think you did
think
a really
this
good
was
job on
an
this build.
OG tree that was on this island. I can't remember if this was just all. You know what? Actually, I might
I
have
know
done this.
most of this island was there from the start.
Was it? I swear, I think I might have added a lot to it. It might have not have been an island here at
I
all.
think you expanded it a bit, but I know there was an island on here from the start.
Okay.
Oh, actually,
I don't. I can't remember. I wouldn't be surprised if I
actually,
had just built an island from scratch. But
yeah,
even
no,
if I
actually, I think
didn't, a lot of this was added by me.
yeah, no, I think you. If I maybe you did. Actually, go under the water really quickly.
I
That
definitely
that's a
did
good
like,
way to tell.
yeah. But I don't think
Yeah,
this
okay,
was
you
natural.
definitely built that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely built that.
So I have like a fixation of like if I see like a nice lake area, I need to build like a house on it surrounding it. It's also like really helps out with like mobs coming about. They have a hard time reaching the space, but I I wanted to make like a kind of like a glass see-through house so you can see, and then I definitely wanted to make the focal point like a cherry grove or a cherry tree in the middle. So I just kind of built like a little shrine around it, and then like obviously like the glass panels I wanted to put in so you could actually see the tree from afar. And then yeah, I kind of got this idea for waterfalls, and it actually helped you climb up to the roof of this place and take a look here. Did like some granite fencing. I think these are what we started adding towards the end, where we did like some SpongeBob references to the future episode.
Yeah, sorry. I like
I don't
didn't
know if
mean
you
to.
started this or you. I think
Yeah,
you
I
did
did.
this.
I think I started like building them, but you were the one that put the signs that started with like the SpongeBob references, and then I put like a
That's what they
couple of those
reminded me of
too.
when I saw.
Yeah.
This is like the little mailbox here. It's actually kind of functional. You just like throw, I guess, a book that you wrote into the barrel and then just flip the switch to signify that it's on. And then we put like a little item frame here, let you know, ring the bell when you need me. And then yeah, I put like this little underwater section here so you can kind of bail out. Actually, what I didn't even realize this. I had this put in to actually because like I think with most people, especially for me, I always kind of want to have access from my house to a place to mine and get resources from. And I think this was like the best way for me to do that with a house like floating on the lake. So that's probably why I built like this little dirt tower here on the bottom. I also think I kind of add like how this island came to be, essentially, and not make it as
Well, you
square
can
like
just
as this. But yeah, there's like access from like these waterfalls here to get out or get into like a mining shaft. This is just the stuff that we started off in the base, and then our creativity started to take off towards the end where we started building outside of this grove here. But we'll just go over like some of the quicker stuff here. I guess little makeshift barn here. And then this might have been Jared's. I think Jared Mongolian Trojan.
Oh yeah, I think we named like everything.
Uh,
Um, I
guess I'll
say
pick
that in there.
immediately just got disproven. What is this?
What is this? Was Oh yeah,
This
like
has to be Jared's too.
this was yeah, like his little indoor cow
Anything that
farm.
looks makeshift and ugly is probably Jared.
Yes,
That's
dude.
his.
I kept giving Jarret shit because I kept being like, dude, like we have all these nice build. I don't even know what that was.
He's bringing the proper value down of the cherry grove.
I kept getting mad at Jarret, being like, man, we're like doing all these like nice builds or whatever. Like, why can't you do like some good build? Like, you just keep building little like hobbit holes,
Into the
and that's what,
walls.
yeah, and that's what actually led to him building the dojo. If I remember, is he was like, all right, I can do a nice build.
I'm pretty sure this dispensary dispenses boats, and at the time when we were playing, I'm assuming it's still available to modern Minecraft. I think at this point it's 26.2 to get really fast travel using a boat on ice. So we were able
Yeah,
to
you
get to
still get that.
here onto this side of the village that you
This
were
was
referring to.
our village in quotations. It was really our slave pit.
Did you get who built this?
I don't. I. You had to have built this.
Really? I don't remember building this at all. A giant like gazebo. Do
I definitely didn't build this.
you think Jarrett might have done this?
Possibly,
Maybe it was
but
me. Do you think Jarrett knows how to strip bark from a tree? This had to have been
yeah,
me
I don't
then.
know.
That's crazy.
Like,
I
yeah,
don't remember
yeah,
this at all.
that definitely wasn't me.
I guess I wanted to add on to the village. What was this? This you built this?
No, I didn't build this. This was something Jarrett was building. Like, I can't remember. He
Oh,
was
I
like,
think this is like an iron golem farm or something.
yeah, like something like that. And then, is his name Jim?
His name is Jim.
Yes, it is. Yeah, see, like I don't know what this was. I just wanted to see, like,
This is
I don't
Jim.
know if,
What do you
yeah,
mean?
hey. Yeah, we have
I'm,
to say hi to Jim. On the tour, we got to say hi to Jim. Everyone say hi. Hi, Jim. We love
all
you.
right, that's
You're a great
Jim.
guy.
Okay, so I'm trying to remember. Like, I guess he's like some kind of obsidian blocks or something. I don't know what blocks these are.
I
I
can't
can't
remember
remember.
exactly what they're called, but they're like bone block type things.
Are they? I
They're
don't
like
know if
blocks
they
with
are.
bones in them.
Anyways, like that's a pretty cool block. I wanted
A
to
little Terraria build you got here.
yeah, I wanted I don't know. I don't think I took inspiration from like Skeletron or whatever it is from Terraria. I got inspiration because I saw I can't remember what biome it was, but you're able to like dig up basically these like bone deposits or whatever, like almost
Yeah.
like fossils. There's like so many games, and this game is no different, where they have like a rib cage like on the ground, almost like a four-legged
Oh, yeah.
creature or something like that. And I wanted to do something. I guess it was like more bipedal, so I put the I guess like a humanoid kind of skeletal structure there. And then I thought this was kind of cool. I wanted to use like the stalagmites and like stalactites as teeth, but I
Yeah,
also
that's
wanted
neat. I like that.
to show them off like at night, like because you probably couldn't really see them all that well if they were like illuminated, especially at night. So I put like I guess like lava and like glowstone in his mouth to kind of illuminate that, and it looks kind of cool, I guess.
Is there anything
Obsidian.
inside here?
Yes, there is. CAVERN here, and showcase some of the new paintings. Obviously, we have to keep up the little skeletal theme here. There's something written here. Do I dare take a look? This is the story of the one-eyed wolf called the Honey of the Super Doom. She wrote. Oh, I think this is lyrics from a
Oil
Rob
is in my
Zombie.
veins.
This is a Rob Zombie track, no?
Oh
This
wait,
is.
UFOs are real. Oh, dude,
Oh
I think
yeah,
I know what's gonna be coming up.
it's not UFOs. We'll leave that there for now. We made like a beacon. That's whatever. But after we
Oh,
slayed the Ender Dragon,
A dragon? You brought a dragon to Avalar?
we wanted to, at least I wanted to kind of utilize the egg in some way. And I was like, okay, well, we have the head. And then I think I might have seen like on a YouTube short or something, like that you can animate the head. And I was like, oh, cool. I'll put the redstone torch on it. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I might as well just try to come up with a body for it. And I mean, it's not the greatest. The problem
it's
is
actually
like that.
it's better than you. Before, if I remember, you didn't even have a body. It was like the head, and, like
Oh, it's like
full
I would like
block. So that's way better.
because like the nature of like obviously Minecraft being all cube-like. I think you can get better like curvature on certain objects, like the more blocks you use. But I'm kind of like beholden on the fact that like the dragon's head is this size, so I kind of had to work with what I got, and this was like pretty much the best I could have came up with here. Tried to use I guess use like obsidian um, steps for like the feet and the wings to kind of differentiate that from like the main body, and then yeah, put the lava in there, and then here's beep boop future. Let's take a look at what DougieeJones built.
Wait, what's the sign say? Okay. Um. So yeah, trying to remember like most of my. I do remember. Who put all these?
No,
Wait,
this is you. This is what you wrote, and then I
it
put
ain't much,
a
and it
secret
sucks.
uplifting message behind it.
Oh, thanks, dude. First off, I just wanted to build a house with like the cherry grove wood incorporated because we're in a cherry grove. But personally, I wasn't a big fan of the cherry grove planks. So instead, I decided to build like plant a bunch of cherry grove trees and then have them grow and use the branches just the way the cherry grove trees grow naturally and kind of use those to outline roof for my house and everything. And then I decided to plant more on my roof to make it look like my whole house was just the cherry grove essentially
So
grown into a house.
did you like were these already here? Like did you build the foundation of the house first and then put the like the cherry trees or on the roof, or was there like actually trees here that you built around?
So a couple of them were natural trees, and then like those two trees right by the steps like behind you. Yeah, those two trees in the corner there. I know those are trees that I planted. But like pretty much all the trees in the corners were all natural trees, and I used just as much of the branches to like outline my house, which is why I do have like a couple sections where it's like here's like a weird two by two section. And yeah, I also, as you were showing, yeah, I tried to have the cherry groves like in the actual. Wow, a lot more of the leaves regrew.
I was gonna say, how did you get up here to
Maintain
put
this.
these lanterns here?
Yeah, I didn't. I had all this maintained so that there wasn't so
I
many
don't see
leaves
how
inside
like
my
it was
house.
possible for you without sealing this back up. I
Yeah,
thought
no,
this
I
was like an
like.
upstairs that you added, but there's like no way to get up there.
Yeah, no, I. A lot of that must have like regrown, just
Did
money.
it? I
But
don't even know
anyway,
if leaves can regrow like that. I don't know.
yeah, I'm not. Either way, a giant map of the whole area.
Did I do
Little
this
pond.
part for you?
No, I built this.
Did I add you? I
another
might have
thing.
added the axolotls.
Yes, I was gonna say I didn't add anything into it. Another thing I very much like to build. It's almost a mainstay in every house, every world I play on. Is I'll build a little outdoor pond in front of my house. Fill it with all sorts of different
Oh,
things to
I
light
didn't
it up.
even realize you had like a sunroof there. That looks pretty sick. I gotta check like the inside of your house. Let's go down here.
This is like just the quick little tree farm. My This is like the most intense sort of redstone build I think I would do.
I'm surprised you built this.
Yeah, this was like a smelting machine that I did see in a short. So thankfully it was like very easy to copy the build.
Is this
But
faster than just like pumping things in a blast furnace? Could you have like replaces of blast furnaces?
I believe I could eventually replace them with blast furnaces, but I didn't have enough materials to make a ton of blast furnaces, so I just used molds.
Now your amethyst room here leads into.
This was the part of the house that I was like the most proud of back in the day. For actually, I guess like all the dirt. I swear, like all this dirt down here used to have grass, on it, which made it look a lot better. But yeah, like
This is a zombie pigman.
but yeah, I like this was just like a little Druid Grove type like mushroom grove, like under again like a lot of times when I'm building my Minecraft worlds, I kind of build the same sort of things over and over, try to like find them better.
Did you add the cobwebs yourself, or did I recommend that to you? I can't remember.
I think you recommended it, but
I feel like
so
that's
yeah, like
something I would have added to your thing. Like, hey, you should try this because you did everything else. The
yeah,
vines.
yeah.
All
I
this is
decided to
all
do
you.
like a sort of like hanging bridge, like hanging over a very overgrown natural area full of like mushrooms, weird like kind of alien plants with the nether stuff.
I
All
like
this.
how this leads into this is like the gold tinted like brick or something from another, I think. The
Yeah,
gold vein or something
which
like that.
I was gonna do like you see that sort of outline. I was gonna replace all the stone with that or netherrack. I
Right.
didn't have time to do all that, but yeah,
But all these projects were finished completely. You can see signs of you need some touches here and there, but this is a pretty cool. I've always liked the idea, and I was doing it on my solo world as well. Kind of having the like nether corruption, kind of like a lead in to the nether portal. Like
yeah,
this area. Like I like the effects here of like the crying obsidian that you use here to kind of show that it's like spreading.
yeah. Again, like I wish I was creative enough to say I fully came up with that idea. I did see this in a different short earlier, but I decided to kind of do my own spin on like what I saw, which was the crying obsidian instead of just obsidian. But yeah, here's like full
This is
on
the big
storage
storage.
area.
I feel like this is essentially what like everybody does with their Minecraft build is like they create a house, and it's like, oh, this is cool, but it's also like, at least for me, like the room that I have is like it's pretty small for what I want to do, so that I just end up like building underground, and then like this ends up being like the new base essentially because like this is where I put all my stuff. Like
Yeah, I
I
was gonna say
mentioned
like
like towards the end of the playthrough when you were playing, this was like the main area you would spend most of your time in.
yeah, like even I like in hindsight, like watching it, it's like man, I remember my basement was like the coolest part of my build or whatever because it's like I kind of built that Cherry Grove house and then just didn't really do anything upstairs with it. I immediately, like you said, came down here and just started filling up down here. I've always just kind of liked building underground for whatever reason. Minecraft, gotta start doing some mining underground. That's where you do it.
I don't even have this kind of like aquarium uh attention to detail. Like, I don't even know what this block is here that this even existed. What is that?
And
Tadpole? What is this thing?
actually, yeah. Oh, I think that's a puffer fish.
Is it non puffed
I
up?
believe so.
That's crazy.
That build for the aquarium is a build I did kind of on my own, but I'm sure, like, I've probably seen shorts that have close to that. I feel like I've seen a lot of stuff like that. I won't claim that's like a totally unique original build that I did, but
Okay, so that's your, I guess, showcase of your house inside and out. I know a lot of the guys were struggling for certain resources to build, and I know that I could have used some for my other builds. And I decided to do like an automated trading post. The design is pretty simple. I'll show it off here. So the trade was 1 coal for lapis. And if you deposit anything other than coal, it's not going to give you anything. The dispenser is set to only give lapis when you deposit coal. See? It's pretty cool. And then in order for me to retrieve said coal, they've set these little trapdoors in the back. You can kind of see the setup here, the wiring. I just grab it from here. Then I added this as well. This was another like Minecraft. I don't know if it was a short specifically, but this is a vending machine build for. I guess we need to deposit gold here. It kind of works the same way. We use an item frame, I think, to kind of like have this as like the, I guess the flap for the vending machine that the dispenser would shoot out. It would take gold and shoot out a cookie. And I guess we use the bookcase to kind of give you the
Like stuff in the bed.
yeah, like a vending machine aesthetic. So I use like spawn eggs for the villagers because I want to get like.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, I could just do like some really haphazard thing, do like a little Jarret move and put like hobbit holes for these guys. But I always kind of wanted to. If I was gonna dedicate like having villagers in the area, I would not want the property value to go down. I want to build like a nice property for them. So I ended up designing. I wanted to go for like a cabin aesthetic, quarters for these villagers here. And then I wanted to like. I think at this point I was like watching a lot of like survival like shelter videos, or like people who actually like build cabins out in the woods, and they have this kind of like log interlocking system. I tried to replicate that as best as I could with Minecraft. Obviously, you can't carve out a block or carve out a log and have it form fit over another log, so I just kind of went with this.
I remember when I first saw, the walked up to the house and saw the way the logs are. I immediately clocked that, like, oh, you're doing the sort of interlocking survivalist log build.
Right.
I think it's a very good build.
This,
Pedro and Pascal.
I had to like look up. I don't know if it changed or maybe I just went above and beyond and I didn't have to do this, but like their living quarters, they would do like a bed and like some torches in like a certain area, and then obviously I set up this giant workstation so that all of them could have
What
jobs.
the hell they're supposed to do?
Exactly. More housing up here, more paintings, and then I decided to build like I guess a quote unquote relaxation place here, the fireplace. So probably one of like my better fireplaces.
Did you see any sort of build online that like gave you ideas for certain parts of this, or was this all?
This was
like, your
this was
own
from
build?
scratch. The only thing that gave me inspiration was like the log interlocking. Everything else I just took from like previous experiences, what I've built with. I think I did like brown tinted glass for this,
Does the shader really pick up the tinted glass?
like from here.
Yeah,
You can see it now.
Say, like,
It's like when the light is shining through, it kind of like appears blue, but if you look at it from here, you can tell that it's like brown tinted glass. But I'm actually kind of proud of how like simplistic yet how nice the actual fireplace turned out here, especially with the iron gate. Like I always struggled to get like the brick, like fence posts or whatnot, and the iron gates to kind of like mesh well, and I never really got it to look as good. I think this is probably one of my better fireplace builds here. But did Jarret make this? Who built this on Sightly Piece? This is definitely Jarret.
and that's definitely. I think this is the sign that like led to me being like, Jarret, why the are you building all of these pieces of garbage while we are building these awesome things and you have this?
I guess you built this giant weed farmer.
So, none of it's. If I'm being honest, this was inspired by. I don't know if you've ever heard of the server. I might have actually mentioned it like when we were playing. It's a server called 2B2T, It's like an anarchy server that's like very famous on YouTube and everything. There was an area in that server that was known as the Field of Wheat. That was just like a whole like I think it was like a giant map block chunk or whatever you want to call it that people just like grew wheat on. Like they didn't harvest it or anything. They just had fully grown wheat. And I always thought it looked very neat, very cool. So
This
decided
just
to
reminds
try.
me of like the big boss fight at the end of like
Yeah,
Metal Gear Solid 3. He did
a
this
wheat field.
farm here too in the back.
Yeah, and then this was the actual farm that I mainly used for my personal stuff. But
Oh, you built like trap door, like little drawbridge here.
yeah, and like
Help you harvest this stuff better. I want to show like since
water
it's
puddle.
daytime now. Yeah,
But
let me show this. So this is a natural part of the seed. This is a natural thing here. We didn't change this. I don't think at all, really.
no,
Like a bit of a waterfall that pours into this ginormous chasm that also happens to have a mine shaft down here.
this was so cool when we like first.
I'm telling you, this seed was like, it went above and beyond because had it just been like Cherry Grove by itself, it's like, okay, it's pretty cool. But the fact that there's this part here too, like it has like dual functionality of like looking awesome, but also being able to use like to get resources from like the mine shaft and just an easy like cave to get into. Okay, so that's pretty much the entire Cherry Grove portion here.
Is there anything over in
This
side?
area here. This is naturally
Yeah, this
generated.
side
We didn't
area.
touch this at all. So this is
Yeah, we did. I don't think we touched
whoa.
any of this.
Definitely. What
Yeah.
the
Whoa! Look at all these mushrooms, bro.
emeralds here, mushrooms like crazy, and then it leads into this cool area here. This seed's got a lot to offer. There's like a lot of potential here. So even if like you don't particularly like the builds or what we did with this seed, like there's a lot that you can do with this.
I'm sure a lot of these mushrooms grew. Oh my! This.
This
Yeah,
is
this
huge.
cave.
I'm surprised we never even take a look at this.
Yeah.
I did
Well,
not
like
know this
there's
existed.
so much stuff that we were able to get to, like that. Yeah. It's almost like there's more. Too much in this seed.
Yeah, you know what? Guys, don't play this seed at all.
No, play it, but like just do something totally different than us. 'Cause, like can.
So I don't know if this particular waterfall was natural. I might have made this. Because I
think
think
this
I did
one.
something with
I
this.
think we made this.
Yeah, because I've always been a sucker for like video games that have like the passage or like a path behind the waterfall. So I
I didn't even know this was here.
think I added that waterfall just so I could make a passage through here. And I think I was gonna have this like exit the grotto. Then it just ended up being like this giant
What
cat.
the?
Yeah.
Whoa!
I was planning on like just having this as an exit, which I don't even know how far. Like, assuming this chasm
Bro,
wasn't here, if I'd even be able to get on the other side of this hill, it would take like way more. But it just broke into this giant cave.
that's a whole nother building area. This is insane. This is crazy. I did not know any of this was here. You didn't tell me about this at all.
I'd love to have built like a roller coaster in this area.
Yeah, this definitely would have been like a good
A roller coaster.
like natural roller coaster spot. So if anyone ever uses this seed in the future, there's a tip. There's a little idea.
Yeah, this is pretty much like it for the
Yes.
inside of the Cherry Grove. Now let's get to your contribution here. We'll do this during the night because I think it looks pretty nice with lighting.
Actually, yeah, I think
This is your tunnel of love here. What's missing
I
is
stole the chess piece.
somebody stole that chest piece. What was the inspiration behind this? Just like some Game of Thrones thing?
If like I think I just saw can't remember what it was like specifically. I do just remember I saw like a tunnel going through some mountain or whatever, and it's like I really like the idea of building a tunnel that goes through a mountain. I will say I got right around this point I want to say, and I was like, this tunnel is a lot longer than I expected, and I'm starting to really regret doing this, but Mama doesn't like a quitter, so ain't raised no quitter.
So they're putting water like behind. So it was like interesting. You put like this actually had like a decoration associated with the water, but then like at certain points, yeah, like you just put like water behind the fence, like over here.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you remember. I tried to have like lava in
Oh yeah,
certain
you
sections.
burnt down your wood.
Yeah, like if you go up to where the stone like waterfalls are, like at the one end, I remember I did lava for those, and like we all went out adventuring, came back, and all of a sudden I was like, half of my tunnel is burnt down and the other half is burning down. I need you guys to come help me right now. And yeah, like at that point I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna replace everything. I'm gonna keep the middle lava column. That's why the middle is so like built out, is because I wanted to make sure like no lava is going to burn anything down. This and the basement part are like two of the parts I am most proud of.
And
So
then
yeah,
you
and then
added
yeah, little like
this.
sunroof.
Yeah, I kind of
But
overlooked
yeah,
that's something you built as well. I guess similar to this aesthetic here.
yeah, we'll get up to there, but just a little stone bridge that went all the way down.
So like a
Oh yeah,
pier.
did you move the fire ship, or did you always build it over there? I thought it was built right next to the.
First of all, I did not build. This was Jarret's, probably his magnum opus.
Oh yeah, that's. Oh yeah, that was Jarrett's
And
build.
there's no way for me to move this. While just breaking it. So okay,
This is really cool. I like this.
this is 100%. He got this from a video. There's no way
100%.
he came up with this on his own, especially when like most of his contributions have been holes in walls.
Yeah, even if he did come up with this relative idea, like the idea to do a
It
pirate
would
ship
make
on
me
its
even
own.
more upset because I'd be like, why didn't you build like more of this stuff?
Well, like even if he came up with the idea, like, oh, I'm gonna build a pirate ship on my own, it's like this is not like he went and looked up, built like his pirate ship would have just been the rowboat bigger.
This still took time. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's like not even really submerged into the water. Like a lower deck would have been kind of
Yeah,
cool.
I was gonna say that is like
I think the most
that's not
impressive
how a
thing was
ship works at all.
like the way he added the cannons. Like whoever came
Yeah,
up with
that's
this build
cool.
idea, the cannons are really cool. Look at this at night.
Whoa, holy shit! It's an alien, a UFO.
It's a UFO! An unidentified flying object!
All right, what was I thinking? What headspace did I have for this? I guess I just wanted to build a UFO.
So I'm going to assume you had to have seen this in some short or something, but
I don't think I did.
like, is this like how much of this build would you say is your own idea, and how much was something that you maybe saw?
100%. This was my idea. I don't.
That's a cool build then.
If
Like,
at the
really cool build. Good job, dude.
at the very most, I would probably say maybe I was looking up, like how, like what other people's like idea of like a UFO for like in game what it would look like, but I
Yeah.
don't think I took any of like their specific blocks. Because like even like the design, I'm not like I was kind of frustrated that I couldn't really get like a really rounded top, and even if I did, it became like too much, like it was too top heavy, like the
Yeah.
glass part. So like I was never really like 100% like really happy about how the actual exterior, like the blocks are cool, but like the actual like shape of it. So
Yeah.
that I can say for 100%, like this obviously wasn't a build I took from somebody else because they probably would have had a better shape of the UFO. But um, like the thing I'm most proud about was these like
That
this
tree is really cool. I like the tree with the vines.
yeah. So like those like after that. I think I started with the UFO first, and I was like, it would be cool if I had like a tractor beam, and I was like, how would I even illustrate that? And then this is probably like my most big brain 1000 IQ build idea was to have I guess like tinted green side panel glass uh, overlay like this to make it appear as if it's like abducting something. So like
Yeah.
the only thing is I couldn't really get like the tractor beam. Like maybe I could have made the tractor beam smaller, but it ended up being the size, and I was like, okay, well, how do I work around this tractor being here, like what do I do at this point? Like I have to obviously have something being abducted. So I put like cows down here and like make it look like a farm and whatnot. And then I was like, okay, well, I have to illustrate like things are actually getting pulled up here. So at first I was like, okay, well, the easy part would probably just to have like a cow attached to like a lead.
Don't have a cow, man.
I had a cow, man, and then have it like obviously like the idea was to have the cow being abducted, and then I was like, well, it's probably be pulling some other things. It'd be cool if it pulled the other things. So I was like, let me get like a chunk of the ground, maybe to come up, some hay bales. And I was like, you know what would be perfect too is just a tree. And I was like, how would I illustrate a tree getting pulled out from the ground? And I was like, let me get like the roots to try to make like vines that would come down and kind of make it look like the tree's getting pulled out there. So yeah, I think like the best part about the U.F.O was like the kind of like tractor beam pulling up stuff. And then, well, it's like I have to decorate the inside. Like I already was planning on doing that, but at the same time, I was like, well, now I have to go even extra hard on the interior because I'm illustrating that like I'm abducting an animal. So my idea was you have like I guess like these cages or whatever, and have like the alien stealing these things, and then
These guys? Oh, nice.
I nicknamed them like test subject, whatever. 69. I don't know.
Very cool.
And then I just I think I definitely use creative mode to like get like spawn eggs for these. There's no way I would
Say, like, dude,
get these
there's no
things.
way you
Nah.
really got a polar bear up here.
When I use like
If you
the
tried to tell me you did that, I'd just be like, all right. Like, I'm not playing with a liar.
I couldn't really get like a way for this like this floor to like completely close in
wait,
on
whoa.
itself.
Show off the control board here. This is cool. This is really cool, man.
I wanted to do like some kind of like alien tech, and I was just really scratching my head, looking through like the creative stuff, like the list of items, and I was like, okay, well, what can I do to illustrate that there's an alien using like this alien tech? And I think like these little blocks here, these I don't know what these are called, like not shulker,
Shulkers or something. No, yeah.
it's something for the warden, like the warden's biome, like to alert. I don't remember there being like this pink gem associated with it, but I remember seeing it in the creative mode and being like, "Oh, this is cool." And the fact that they actually like animate and like make sounds is even cooler. And then I was like, "Okay, well, how do I design the alien?" So well, the creeper head's probably the closest thing I can get to like an alien head. And yeah, I don't know. I tried to make it like he was piloting this thing, or I don't think I had at this point enough like in-game knowledge or resources to really come up with a better design for the alien. So I think I spent most of the time like actually on like a control board here with like the ender eye, a crystal, and it looked like it would be like some alien type of control thing.
Personally, I actually think pretty good job.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
I really like that build. Really cool, dude.
I tried to use like this as like I guess like the viewfinder for the U.F.O. Like he's looking at like a field. I think this is like the best painting I could really get to convey that, but everything else is just from the mind of a maniac, I suppose. So that's the U.F.O. build. Yeah, it's probably one of probably my magnum opus, honestly. Now we'll take a look at. So I think I built this tower first, then you built this one here to match your aesthetic with this. This was just something that I did for like. I did for fun. I'm trying to remember how I got this to work now. There was an actual way to get in here that I thought was kind of clever. So I was like, oh, I kind of want to have like this fence here, like shutting off or closing it down. But I also want to be able to get in. And I was like, how do I solve that? So I thought about this. Sneaking in through like a portion here. Almost like a, I don't know, a street scoundrel would sneak into a castle, finding some kind of like loose board and kind of sneaking in, but that's how you're able to get into here. Decided to put some paintings here. And yeah, it was like every so often you kind of have to have a I guess like a smaller build to kind of, if you're in the middle of a big build or you just came off a big build, it's almost like people like when they binge watch anime and they watch like something that's like a really serious, I guess like TV show too. They would want to watch like a slice of life or something that's like more comical to kind of like wind down from that. And this is what you do for Minecraft, or at least I do. Is if I'm in the middle of a big build or just finished one, I just do like a little simple thing that maybe takes like 20 minutes at most. And this is what I came up with. And then I guess I don't know if you took inspiration from that tower or you were taking it more from this, but you decided to build your own tower here.
I can't remember exactly what inspired me to do the build per se. It's like I think I did again. There's a good chance I saw some like YouTube short that was like a watchtower, and like seeing you have like your little one there. I was like, you know what? I'll try to do my own version or whatever, and I just started building this.
I find like
Yeah,
your
thank
builds
you.
that you've done haven't been like grandiose in terms of like size, but you've really good eye for like the finer details.
I was gonna say I love detail. Like I just love making like the detail on my builds to the point where it's like, okay, this guy like clearly paid attention to like how this thing would work. Like, yeah, he doesn't just have a 200-pound bridge floating in the middle of like thin air or whatever. It's like, yeah, I'll put like support beams. I think they even go all the way down to like the ground in the water and everything. Yeah, like the most unnecessary things.
I don't have the patience enough to like try to stonework around like these little intricate patterns. Like the cool thing about Minecraft's blocks, even like just simple staircases and half slabs and whatnot. Like there's so many ways. It's almost like Lego or something. Like you just snap them together and you can come up with like completely different
Yeah, oh,
creative
like
designs. I think this might have been my first build outside of the Cherry Grove. Was this? This is the snow globe. I don't know what inspired this. I just thought this would be cool in Minecraft to have like a giant version of a snow globe. I think I originally built this having this sealed. Then obviously I wanted to have like some kind of way to get into the interior, and I was like, well, how would I do that with the snow globe, right? I think the method I came up with was just having this kind of like break in underneath the dirt into an igloo, and then you come out of said igloo, and now you're in the globe, as opposed to just having like a piece of the glass broke or something like that. We did like the little frozen, I guess, pond over here. Did manage to do a bit of an interior, tables and chairs, and then upstairs I tried to fit in like a bed of like the minimal space I had left. So it's not like
yeah,
super intricate inside, but now here comes the giant baseball stadium.
this one was crazy.
Yeah, this was creative mode for sure. I did not do this.
Did you see any sort of build layout for this, or
Nope.
did you like, damn, dude?
I think okay. To be fair, I think I start most of like my big projects because I'm not like an artist. I have like a tough time conceptualizing something right off the bat. I'm like one of those people who like, can like barely conceptualize. Like if you told me to draw something from scratch, I don't know if it has to do with like a poor memory, but in terms of like obviously I know what a baseball stadium looks like, but like to actually sit there and go, okay, and now put it in Minecraft, I was kind of like, okay, let me look at some of the design ideas. And I don't think there's too many baseball stadiums out there, at least not the ones that I was like thinking of building or looking at. So I kind of just mostly took my inspiration from like an actual stadium. Um, the only thing is, I don't think any actual stadium has like what would be equivalent to like the Green Giant from Fenway. That's like the entire outfield. So like this would be a really hard ballpark to hit a home run in because you pretty much have to go like like 400, 450. It's not a perfect baseball stadium in terms of like actual realistic dimensions. I don't think any ballpark would look like this, but I think this was like the most like uniform and symmetrical thing I could do because the build would get significantly harder if I had to like um kind of like build like a short porch here and then have like a giant wall here and then like basically if it's not uniform or symmetrical. And even getting it symmetrical took me some time. But I didn't even think I was happy. Like I didn't even finish like the bleachers here. Um because it was kind of frustrating for me to kind of conceptualize like seating. Like I
I kind of like the way the bleachers are. This part over here definitely feels like something
So
you would see at a
this is supposed to be the bullpen.
yeah, but even like the part right above it, and like the fact
Yeah.
that there's like a huge wide open, no seats at all, and there like it's kind of like yeah, that feels like something you would see at like a ballpark.
This definitely took me the most amount of hours to complete, even with like creative mode. And so like I guess like getting the external structure here was probably the most time consuming. And like finicking around, like I remember the seats taking me a while to get like to look proper and also be somewhat symmetrical. And I never really like nailed getting seating done in like these corners here. They just didn't really look right. But I tried to get like external ways of like coming from like the sides of this, and yeah, in terms of like the finer details, I think to round it out, I was like, obviously I need lines here for what's foul and what's fair, and then the bases. I think I use like iron plates for this, and then like cotton like white carpet here for the lines. And even like this here isn't exactly what a baseball stadium would typically do. Maybe it's tough because like every single baseball stadium is different. There's no two exact stadiums, but for the most part, I wanted to keep this symmetrical so it was easier to build in Minecraft. So I put like these lines here. The bases, obviously, I try to make it like somewhat I don't know what the word would be, like an actual distance, like a decent representation of like POV, like you'd run to this base path here and this one here, like the spacing, try to make it like kind of 1-to-1-ish, but I like the outfield here. So like the difficult part too is like lighting. Like how can I get this to work at night? And that's when this is like the first iteration when I started to do moss carpets way back when. Yeah, I use the moss carpets here to get like lighting from these I don't know what these are called, but like lighting blocks here, and you'll see it now when it starts to become light or nighttime. And then I don't know, what do you call these big lights here? Is there a name for these?
Floodlights.
There you go, giant floodlights here. I try to get like use that design. It gives off some lighting, but not enough to actually light the stadium. But I think I did a decent enough job with the moss carpet, and I think I even hid some underneath the base paths here. Like that was the details here, and then you saw the bullpens, and then the dugout. I try to make these look like baseball bats, and then like even like a little porch up here that you'd see like the players put their like head over and watch the game from. I try to remember why I added these. I guess I thought like the wall was too basic. I get, or maybe
your own paintings that are just like World Series
advertisements for
banners.
like sites.
But yeah, I believe that is
That's pretty much it.
yeah, I believe that's full old world that we used to have, and hopefully in this new realm that we start playing, we can make a couple new builds that are par, if not better. Some of these stuff, I'm very proud with some of the builds we did here, but I would definitely have to see what we can do.
Yeah, it's definitely a seed I'd recommend. Anybody who wants to start off kind of like, you don't even have to play the survival. This is a good seed that you can work with just doing strictly creative mode. There's a lot of what would they say, good bones, I suppose, to
Yeah,
this area in the seed.
Again, like a village right outside the grove, whole inside of the grove here with tons of different caves that you can go into. Definitely a very good seed.
All right, guys, that was our Cherry Grove builds from 600 plus days ago in the Minecraft realm. Perhaps we'll open up a new one in the future.
We will open a new one, and we hope you come by to see what we do.
Yes.
And you like and subscribe.
Actually, we demand it.
Because if you don't, I'll delete your Minecraft world.
Oh, no. I'll delete your mods. I'll break your mods.
I'm going to uninstall your Java edition of Minecraft and install Bedrock
Oh,
Edition.
no. Don't say that.
That you know, like, all the moves and all that sort of stuff, like the stab effects, all that. Randy Newman. Oh, my God. It's Randy Newman.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see me play more video games, subscribe to me on YouTube and follow me on Twitch.